Welcome back, space enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the latest development in the aerospace industry that's got everyone talking. The Boeing Starliner has hit another snag. Just when we thought things were getting back on track, a new problem has emerged, raising questions about the future of this ambitious project. Stay tuned as we break down what this means for Boeing, NASA, and the future of space exploration. On today's episode, delays continue for the Boeing Starliner, the Mars sample return mission goes back to the drawing board, Voyager 1 is still going strong, and Stoke Space achieves a new engine breakthrough. The Boeing Starliner, a spacecraft notorious for its repeated launch delays, is now facing landing delays. The latest update indicates that the Starliner will return from the ISS with astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams no earlier than June 26th. The crew's original departure was set for June 13th, then delayed to the 18th, the 22 end, and now to the current date, as announced by NASA and Boeing in a press conference on Tuesday. Officials report that the Starliner can remain docked to the ISS for a maximum of 45 days in its current state. During its approach to the ISS docking module, the Starliner was delayed by over an hour due to 5 of its thrusters being offline during various phases of the maneuvering procedure. This issue would have prevented the Starliner from successfully docking. However, Boeing engineers managed to get 4 of the problematic thrusters back online to complete the docking process. So, what exactly is going on with the Starliner? The spacecraft encountered additional system malfunctions on its journey from Earth to the ISS. The most concerning issue was the intermittent failure of some reaction control thrusters. This problem delayed the Starliner's approach to the ISS docking module by over an hour, as 5 of its thrusters were offline during various phases of the maneuvering procedure. This issue could have prevented the Starliner from successfully docking. However, Boeing engineers managed to get 4 of the problematic thrusters back online, allowing the mission to proceed. It's worth mentioning that during Starliner's second uncrewed test flight in 2022, the same thrusters in the same locations also experienced issues. NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, Steve Stitch, commented that the team doesn't fully understand why these problems are occurring. The root of the issue appears to be software-related rather than a hardware malfunction. The onboard computer is reading the thrusters as performing out of spec and shutting them down out of an abundance of caution, perhaps overly cautious. This isn't necessarily a bad thing when it comes to spaceflight. However, the Starliner also encountered additional problems, such as helium gas leakage. New leaks were detected even after the Starliner had docked with the ISS, bringing the total to 5 leaks on this mission. While this might sound alarming, it's not a huge deal. Helium, being the second lightest element in the universe, tends to escape even the best-made seals. NASA has assured us that the Starliner has more than enough helium gas to safely return to Earth. If you're wondering why a spaceship needs so much helium, it's all about pressurization. To keep the entire vehicle strong and rigid, it's necessary to constantly repressurize the tanks with the lightest and most non-reactive element available, which is helium. The initial return delay for the Starliner was due to a scheduling conflict with a spacewalk planned on the ISS. However, the spacewalk was delayed due to a discomfort issue with the spacesuit. The crew didn't want a spacewalk and a vehicle departure happening simultaneously, but they ended up with neither. So, what did Boeing decide to do with this extra time? Since they were already waiting, they opted to conduct some additional testing on the vehicle. This is actually pretty exciting. The Starliner will perform a hot fire test of its aft-facing thrusters. 7 of the 8 thrusters will be fired in 2 pulses, each lasting about 1 second. This test involves the same problematic thruster section we mentioned earlier. NASA said this test will demonstrate how the spacecraft will perform when docked to the station on future missions, lasting up to 6 months. Other work planned for the extended stay includes measuring the cabin air temperature to compare with readings from the spacecraft's life support system, conducting additional tests on the spacecraft hatch and forward window, and repeating a safe haven test. The safe haven test involves cramming 4 people into the capsule for a simulated emergency, such as if everyone needed to evacuate the space station. Although Starliner is designed to hold up to a maximum of 7 people if necessary. The eventual goal for Starliner is to fly 1 mission to the ISS each year and remain docked for 6 to 7 months at a time. So far, we have nothing to indicate this won't be achieved. There's no indication that Starliner will face any issues returning to Earth. NASA's Steve Stitch told reporters on Tuesday that the new delay was to give our team a little more time to look at the data, do some analysis, and make sure that we're really ready to come home. While this first shakedown cruise hasn't been flawless, it has likely been good enough for NASA to consider adding a second crewed vehicle to their lineup alongside the SpaceX Dragon. Hopefully, we'll soon see a third option with the Sierra Space Dream Chaser coming online very soon, so keep an eye out for that, and safe travels to Butch and Sunny. In other exciting news, the space race is now coming directly to your inbox. We are launching the official Space Race newsletter, where you can get all the most important space news delivered in an easy-to-read format each week. Click the link in the description or go to www.thepack.rnew to sign up today. Now, turning our attention to Mars, NASA's Mars Sample Return mission has gone back to the drawing board. The mission is searching for a new solution to effectively and affordably bring home the valuable Martian soil collected by the Perseverance rover during its ongoing mission across the Jezero crater, the basin where the rover has been operating. For the past 3 years, Perseverance has been exploring the Jezero crater, a region that was once home to flowing water on Mars billions of years ago. This area is a prime candidate for harboring the most basic forms of Martian life, if they ever existed. The material dug up and packaged by Perseverance holds massive historical significance, even if it doesn't contain fossilized bacteria. But if it does, that would be pretty freaking epic. However, there's a big problem. We have all these pristine samples just sitting on the surface of Mars and no solid plan for how to get them into the hands of scientists on Earth. There was a plan. NASA had it all figured out, but recently admitted that there wasn't enough funding to get the job done within a reasonable time frame. So, you can blame Congress for that one. Instead of battling with politicians, NASA is turning to the private sector for help. This is the new trend in space exploration, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. The current plan is to get everyone to put their heads together and come up with innovative solutions to the problem at hand. NASA is actively seeking proposals for how to bring these Martian samples home. If you're passionate about space exploration and want to stay updated, we have exciting news for you. We're launching the official Space Race newsletter, delivering all the most important space news in an easy-to-read format each week. Click the link in the description or go to www.thepack.r.new to sign up today. Stay tuned for more updates and safe travels to Butch and Sunny. NASA is looking for the most cost-effective and rapid methods to bring these Martian samples home. This effort involves 3 internal studies by NASA and the Johns Hopkins University of Applied Physics Laboratory. In addition, NASA has selected 7 commercial partners for fixed-price contracts of up to $1.5 million each to conduct their own 90-day studies. Once all these studies are complete, NASA will decide which proposals to integrate into the sample return mission architecture. The usual suspects in American spaceflight are involved: Lockheed Martin, Aerojet Rocketdyne, and Northrop Grumman, each with their own complex plans. Then there's SpaceX, proposing to enable Mars sample return with their Starship. Blue Origin is in the mix as well, with a plan called Leveraging Artemis for Mars Sample Return. There's also a relative newcomer, Quantum Space, with their intriguing quantum anchor leg Mars Sample Return study. We'll have to wait 3 months to see what they come up with, and that's something really exciting to look forward to. In other great news, Voyager 1 is back online. NASA confirms that the remaining 4 scientific instruments on board the nearly 50-year-old spacecraft are returning data. For the first time since a computer malfunction last November, Voyager 1 is back online and transmitting science data. This nearly 50-year-old spacecraft is still capable of measuring plasma waves, magnetic fields, and particles in interstellar space. Currently, Voyager 1 is positioned between the outer edge of our solar system and the Oort cloud, a distant sphere of icy bodies. Although it will take another 300 years to reach the Oort cloud, the recent emergency fix has been a significant milestone. When Voyager started transmitting garbled data in November 2023, NASA assembled a Tiger team of engineers to track down the problem and develop a solution. They discovered that a corrupted memory chip in the 1970s-era computer was causing the scrambled data. The team successfully rewrote the probe's software to avoid using that chip. After broadcasting the firmware upgrade over 24 billion kilometers, communication was finally restored. Hopes are higher than ever that both Voyager probes will remain functional at least until their 50th anniversary in 2027. If Voyager 1 systems can last another decade, it will reach 200 astronomical units, AU, by 2035. That's 200 times the distance from Earth to the Sun, or 30 billion kilometers away. Stoke Space, a pioneering company working towards the goal of building a fully reusable launch vehicle called Nova, recently achieved a major milestone by successfully test-firing a new engine that could revolutionize space access. The Nova engine employs a full-flow staged combustion design, an advanced technology that offers greater efficiency and a longer engine life. This is crucial for achieving the high thrust-to-weight ratios needed for reliable, reusable, and efficient launch vehicles. Currently, only the SpaceX Raptor engine uses this sophisticated design. The test lasted 2 seconds, with the engine producing 50% of its rated thrust. The goal was to demonstrate the engine's ability to start up and shut down successfully and to test its performance under various conditions. This successful test marks the first time Stoke Space has tested a full-flow staged combustion engine. In a recent interview, Stoke's CEO, Andy Lapsa, highlighted that the test occurred just 18 months after the company started designing the engine. He expressed confidence in the technology, suggesting that high-performance engines like the Nova will render lower-performing variants obsolete over time. He emphasized the importance of this technological achievement, saying, "I think it's an essential technology mountain to climb, and I'm really excited about what this means for the future of space exploration." The Boeing Starliner, officially known as the CST-100 Starliner, is part of NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Designed to transport astronauts to and from the International Space Station, ISS, the Starliner represents a significant step forward in American spaceflight capabilities. Boeing, a veteran in the aerospace industry, has invested heavily in this project, aiming to restore U.S. autonomy in manned space missions. The Starliner is designed to be reusable up to 10 times, making it a cost-effective solution for regular ISS missions. However, the journey has been far from smooth, with several delays and technical issues plaguing the project since its inception. Just when optimism was beginning to build around the Starliner, a new problem has surfaced. Recent tests revealed an issue with the spacecraft's parachute system, a critical component for ensuring a safe landing. Parachutes are essential for decelerating the Starliner during re-entry and landing, and any malfunction could have catastrophic consequences. This isn't the first time the parachutes have posed a problem. Earlier tests also highlighted weaknesses that Boeing has since been trying to address. The current issue seems to stem from the parachutes not deploying as intended, raising safety concerns that must be resolved before any manned missions can proceed. This new problem is more than just a technical glitch. It has significant implications for both NASA and Boeing. For NASA, the delay in Starliner's readiness means continued reliance on SpaceX's Crew Dragon for transporting astronauts. While SpaceX has proven reliable, NASA's strategy has always been to have multiple providers to ensure redundancy and flexibility. For Boeing, the stakes are even higher. The Starliner project is a major investment, and continued issues can damage its reputation and financial standing. Additionally, the delay means Boeing will miss out on NASA contracts that SpaceX is currently capitalizing on. potentially shifting the competitive balance in the commercial space sector. Addressing the parachute problem is now a top priority for Boeing. The company has announced plans for additional testing and modifications to ensure the parachutes function correctly under all conditions. This process involves rigorous simulations and real-world testing to identify and fix any weaknesses. Boeing is also working closely with NASA to meet the stringent safety standards required for manned spaceflight. This collaborative effort aims to restore confidence in the Starliner program. Although these efforts will take time and resources, they are essential to ensure the safety of future astronauts and the success of the mission. Despite the setbacks, there is still hope for the Boeing Starliner. If Boeing can successfully address the parachute issues and pass the required tests, the Starliner could soon join SpaceX's Crew Dragon in ferrying astronauts to the ISS. This would mark a significant milestone for Boeing and NASA's Commercial Crew program. Furthermore, a successful Starliner would reinforce the importance of having multiple spacecraft capable of manned missions, enhancing the resilience and flexibility of U.S. space capabilities. As we look to the future, the lessons learned from these challenges will undoubtedly contribute to the advancement of space technology and safety. Boeing has responded to the recent issues with a renewed commitment to ensuring the Starliner meets all safety and performance standards. The company has emphasized its dedication to resolving the parachute problem and has allocated additional resources and expert teams to address the issue swiftly. Boeing's leadership has assured stakeholders and the public that safety remains their top priority and that they will not proceed with any manned missions until all safety concerns are fully resolved. This transparent approach aims to rebuild trust and demonstrate Boeing's capability to overcome technical challenges. The importance of having multiple spacecraft, like the Starliner and Crew Dragon, cannot be overstated. Redundancy ensures that if one system encounters issues, another can fill the gap, maintaining continuous access to the ISS. This is crucial for NASA's operations and for the safety of astronauts. Redundancy also fosters healthy competition between aerospace companies, driving innovation and improving the overall quality and reliability of space travel. The recent problems with the Starliner highlight why having more than one option for manned space missions is essential for the future of space exploration. Challenges and setbacks are not new in the history of space exploration. From the early days of the Apollo program to the development of the Space Shuttle, overcoming technical issues has been a constant theme. Each setback has provided valuable lessons that have advanced our understanding and capabilities. The current problems faced by the Starliner are part of this long tradition of facing and overcoming obstacles. Learning from these experiences helps improve safety protocols and engineering solutions, ultimately making space travel safer and more efficient. Media coverage and public perception play a significant role in the progress of aerospace projects. The Starliner's issues have been widely covered, often highlighting the problems more than the efforts to resolve them. Boeing must manage public relations carefully to ensure that the narrative reflects both the challenges and the ongoing efforts to address them. Transparency, regular updates, and showcasing the steps being taken to resolve issues can help shift public perception towards a more balanced view. Positive public opinion is crucial for maintaining investor confidence and support from government agencies like NASA. The financial implications of the Starliner's delays are substantial. Each delay means increased costs for Boeing, including additional testing, redesigns, and labor. Moreover, Boeing stands to lose potential revenue from NASA contracts and other commercial opportunities if the Starliner remains grounded. These financial pressures add to the urgency of resolving the technical issues. However, Boeing's strong financial base and experience in managing large-scale projects provide a cushion to absorb these costs while focusing on long-term success. Collaboration with NASA is critical for the success of the Starliner. Boeing and NASA engineers work closely to ensure that all safety standards are met and that the spacecraft can perform its intended missions. This partnership extends to other contractors and suppliers who contribute essential components and expertise. Effective collaboration ensures that all aspects of the Starliner are rigorously tested and that solutions to any problems are found quickly. The joint effort leverages the strengths of both Boeing and NASA, highlighting the importance of cooperation in advancing space technology. The challenges with the Starliner's parachutes underscore the need for advances in parachute technology. Parachutes are a critical component for ensuring the safe return of spacecraft and their crews. Innovations in materials, design, and testing methods are essential to improving their reliability. Boeing's efforts to address the parachute issues include exploring new technologies and materials that can enhance performance and safety. These advancements will not only benefit the Starliner, but also future spacecraft, contributing to the overall safety and success of manned space missions. Welcome to Blasovia Science TV, where we take you on an exhilarating journey through the cosmos and unravel the mysteries of science. We are excited to offer you the opportunity to become a valued member of our ever-growing community of cosmic enthusiasts and knowledge seekers. Exclusive access to cosmic content. As a member of Blasovia Science TV, you will gain exclusive access to a treasure trove of cosmic content, including documentaries, interviews with leading scientists, space missions updates, and awe-inspiring visualizations of the universe. Live Q&A sessions with experts. Your membership will grant you the chance to participate in live Q&A sessions with renowned scientists, astronomers, and space explorers. Get your burning questions answered by those who push the boundaries of human knowledge. Embark on a journey that spans the cosmos, and join us in unraveling the secrets of the universe. Become a Blasovia Science TV member today, and together, we will reach for the stars. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to leave your comments.